And we're live, folks. I'm back with a new live. And today I'm going to talk about why astrology and astronomy are important. You know, I was going to do the Venus signs, but I don't feel like writing anything down right now. But, yeah, like, basically why is it important? Like, this is how people study the universe. This is how people, like, our ancestors study the universe and study the stars to map out different energies and frequencies throughout. That reflects how we feel throughout the universe, basically. So with that being said, they weren't worshiping anything. They weren't worshiping the sun. They weren't worshiping the stars. They just knew where we came from. They knew that we were star-like beings. You know, we were star-like beings, and we had stardust in our body, in our DNA. In astronomy, tell you like when a supernova happens, a star explodes and dies. A big old star explodes and dies, basically, and it releases so many elements that make up our body, that has stardust in it, like calcium, like iron, like, you know, yeah, iron's in our teeth. We have calcium, we have carbon, and all that stuff comes from a supernova, and that dust is inhabited in our DNA. You know, we're all made up of stardust. You know, nobody's making this up. They actually study this and as well. And astrology is basically when the stars are influencing or how we act. You know, astrology is basically how we act. It is not what we do. It is how we act. That's why when people come up with these horoscopes, they're making predictions based off of the stars. You feel me? This isn't just like, oh, I'm a Gemini, I'm going to do this, blah, blah, blah. No, they actually have these signs based off of stars themselves. So, and once we tap into like religion, what religion is based off of, the 12 disciples are based off of the 12 zodiac signs. And in all the gods in Egypt, even the Kemet gods are based off of the zodiac signs. You know, that's why they call it. And then they have different energy influences. This is why at 3 and 4 a.m., 3 and 4 a.m., a bunch of paranormal activity goes on because the stars are moving into the Virgo constellation. And it sends off this wave of frequency and energy that causes, you know, disarray. You know, something dark happening. And also, our ancestors knew that melanin is made up of condensed sunlight. So, they say we worship the sun. We didn't. They just knew that our melanin allowed us to become light beings. Not to admit light, because black people admit light. This isn't not trying to be racist or, you know, have like, oh, this black pride. No. Melanin is condensed sunlight. This is why we emit UV rays, and we don't get skin cancer from it, because we're made up of the sun as well as the earth. Women are made up of the earth because they are a representation of the electromagnetic frequencies, and women are basically the electron charge of feminine energy. Feminine energy is just an electron charge. A feminine, aka negative energy, which is basically just emotions and feelings, right hemisphere of the brain. Men are the proton charge. You feel me? The positive, the masculine energy, the thoughts, ideas, and emotions. Not emotions, thoughts, ideas, and logic. Men are made up of the sun. This is why, and also women are made up of the moon too, because, you know, the moon has cycles just like a woman does. Women have 28-day menstruation cycles. Yeah, and the moon has a 28-day cycle as well. And men, let's rise with the sun. This is why we get morning wood, because the sun, when the sun goes up, we go up with it, since we're connected to the sun. You feel me? And then the womb, the universe is basically a giant womb anyway. So yeah, this is why, and people really studied, our ancestors really studied this. This is why they came up with astrology, to map out the universe. Has been going on for thousands of years. Even the Dogon tribes, they've been doing this for thousands of years. They have maps of Sirius star and A and B in every pyramid. Every ancient structure is aligned with a star system. It doesn't matter if it's in Africa, America. Doesn't matter if it's in Asia. Hell, it's even in pyramids in Antarctica. You feel me? Our ancestors were master astrologists and astronomers. And they had a whole map out of this universe set in stone. This is what we were at on a frequency level. This is what basically our spiritual systems was in alignment, because everything is connected in the universe. Whether it's a star, whether it's a human, whether it's a plant, whether it's an animal. This is all, we're all connected to a higher source anyway. And this is what makes us special, makes us so special. This is what makes this spirituality so special, because we're all different spirits, different energies, connected to a higher source. So this is why astrology and astronomy is important, because astronomy is the study of the universe. Astrology is the study of the stars, study of the energy that is we're all connected to. So yeah, hope this made sense. Hope you guys learned something. I'll do the Venus signs when I actually sit down and write down my notes. But yeah, because it's pretty difficult. There's a lot to touch on anyway. So yeah, so I'm gonna actually write something down. I usually don't write what I speak down. And yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm out. Peace. Love you guys. Finish.